Restricted legendaries are the strongest Pokemon in the games. They are the high bar of legends that separate the Mewtwo's from the Moltres, the Kyogres from the Regirocks. Their status and in-game lore demonstrates their power, as you can only usually get one throughout the story, and they are ridiculously powerful. In competitive Pokemon, their power is reflected because in the most formats they are banned, and the format right now only lets you use one. So, you can't be that one kid whose team consisted of 6 box art legendaries when you entered a random battle to have fun. Not all the restricted legendaries that Little Timmy has are good. Like, a lot of them are bad. But some of them are very good. Today I'm going to go through the top 10 current restricteds that are in this metagame, aka Reg G. In numero 10, Lunala. Lunala is our 10th best restricted. It has a golden move pool, which is one of its best strengths. It has Wide Guard, which is very good in restricted formats because restricted Pokemon love to spam spread moves. And a lot of them are very strong, to say the least. It also has some other good, useful utility moves such as Trick Room and Calm Mind. It has great coverage in Moongeist Beam, Moonblast, Expanding Force, Psyshock, Psychic, Meteor Beam. Its main strength is its ability Shadow Shield, which makes all of its moves at full HP deal half damage, meaning Lunala takes such little damage at high HP when combined with its already good defense stat. It is hard for it to die with that ability. Like get O-Code, that's what I meant to say. Even 4 times effective moves might not kill with this ability. That's the thing. 4 times effective moves. Lunala's type is kind of trash. Psychic is a horrible type, and Lunala doesn't even run psychic moves half the time. And honestly would rather have Moonblast in a decent amount of scenarios. Cali Shadows are really popular, meaning Wide Guard kind of feels mandatory. Also, 2 4 times weaknesses is rough, considering the other one is Dark, which is really popular right now with Chi-Yu and Incineroar. Anyway, going back to Moonblast, you can run Terra Fairy defensively, then hurt things with Moonblast for coverage, which is boosted by the Terra. But its main weakness right now is that it's too similar to 2 other Pokemon, Cali Shadow and Terapagos. Cali Shadow has the same type and deals more damage, but Terapagos has the same ability, but better, with all moves at full HP being resisted, meaning most moves do little damage, and it can wait to use its Terra. They both want leftover support and support from Rillaboom and Amoonguss, but Terapagos can do more damage over time and is kind of just better as a tanky restricted. Overall, Lunala suffers right now from metagame staples. Oh, have the mighty fallen. Zacian is still respectable restricted, but it's nowhere near as good as it was. I've talked about Zacian a lot on this channel, so I'm not going to go like crazy detail into it. But to keep it short, Zacian was a beast because it had 170 in attack, the best ability and type in the games, combined with being stupid fast. Well, not the best ability, just the best type, but it had an amazing ability. Combined with being stupid fast, in Gen 9 it was nerfed to the ground. Maybe like almost as much as Thundurus, I'd say. Its attack was cut by 20, and its ability only works once. Its biggest nerf was indirect, with a clear amulet item. All physical legendaries basically hold this item, and cannot have their attack lowered by Intimidate. Zacian gets his attack lowered by Intimidate, because it can't hold an item, because the Rusted Sword is its item that it has to hold. Zacian gets its attack lowered against Incineroar, and kind of feels weak without its attack boost. The attack buff is nice, but it's not amazing. Anyway, the pros are that it's faster than 135 Pokemon, and Fairy and Steel Stab is great. It also has Terra Ground for Fire and Steel types, and it can also just destroy Miraidon a decent amount of times with that. So, while it isn't the greatest restricted right now, it is a decent anti-meta threat. Groudon is pretty neat. Its stats are offensively oriented with 150 in attack while being flexible with 90 speed. It also has good moves such as Heat Crash, Precipice Blade, Stunning Tantrum, Heavy Slam, Bulk Up, Sword Dance, Rock Slide, Stone Edge, a lot. Its strengths come from its ability to set up the sun, which allows for its fire moves to do stupid damage, and combined with Terrifier Heat Crashes, it nukes everything and works as a second stab. Its best factor is that it enables so much strong Pokemon like GU, Walking Blake, Incineroar, Raging Bolt, Fluttermane, Ogerpon, and more. It's flexible in teams, and it can be more flexible in Koraidon because of its 90 speed stat. And it can run on balance too, like it can be fast, slow, Trick Room, Tailwind, and just on balance too, like I said, because its speed is just very flexible with 90. And 150 attack is still 150 attack, so he's always a viable option. You can't ignore it and its teammate. It truly has the greatest ability of all, power of friendship. Kyogre is a top counter, and so is Cali Ice because of their super effectiveness, and Terapagos can turn on the sun. But with its cool friends, anything is possible with Groudon. Koraidon is a Pokemon that feels like he doesn't have much variance in the sets he can run. But that's because his main one is so good. It sets up the sun, which gives it an attack boost, and it kind of acts like a third stab. With Flame Charge, it can become faster than basically everything, and Oko with Collision Course or Flare Blitz. Terrifier is the only really good Terra because it gives it a boost to Flame Charge and Flare Blitz, making it immune to Will-O-Wisp and resistant to Fairy. Just like Groudon, he has amazing partners, and which one you could want to use really depends on what pace your team wants to run at. Its main weakness is Ice Rider Calyrex, and it also does kind of feel like a Terra Sync if you're running Flame Charge. It also has another cool set where you can run a Dragon move with the Scale Shot. And it still gets a speed boost, but you do miss out on the nice clear amulet. Overall, he's a good, strong Pokemon. Jim Bob is next. He's extremely strong in the rain, which he sets up. He gets access to powerful spread moves boosted by rain, such as Water Spout and Origin Pulse. It enables some behemoths like Urshifu to get boosted damage in the rain. Pokemon like Tornadus also get 100% accurate Bleak Winds in the rain, which actually makes it a good move, because it usually misses every single time. Kyogre likes to be the first to move, so teams usually run Tailwind for that. It wants to be the first to move also because it has a Water Spout, which hits both of your enemy's Pokemon for 150 damage. And it just depletes down as you get, less HP. A new archetype of the team recently came in second at a major tournament, and it did not have Water Spout. And it was focused on keeping Kyogre healthy so it could just spam its extremely powerful moves, like its signature move Origin Pulse, which is also spread. It has 115 power, but tends to miss because it's 85 accuracy. Its strongest moves are Spread, which makes it weak into Wide Guard, and teams that turn off Weather make Kyogre's attack feel a lot less powerful. But its sheer damage output is a large reason why it is such a strong legendary. Terapagos is a turtle. It is also very unique. It starts out with a measly 600 base stat total, but has great defensive stats with 95 HP and 110 in both defenses, and a good 105 special attack stat. In this form, it has the ability Terra Shell, which makes its first move Intuit do resistant damage. Combine that with items like Leftover or abilities like Grassy Surge makes this guy really hard to remove, and can just keep on cycling that Terra Shell. And with Fake Out, it can become more cycle and damage cycle. Protect, yeah, fun. Pokemon like Amoonguss help it with a Rage Power for redirection and Pollen Puff for healing. It has a no additional fee move called Terra Star Storm, which is 120 base power, and reasons why I call it no additional fees is it's just 120 base power, which is just extremely strong for a no drawback move. And if you Terra, it becomes automatically Stellar, and that Terra Star Storm is now spread in Stellar type, meaning no Pokemon can resist it, and Pokemon that are terastallized get even more hurt by it. This form also has 168 in HP and 130 in special attack, making it a monster. You get in my way, I'ma feed you to the monster. Sorry. Its speed is 185, which allows for it to function on Tailwind, Trick Room, and Mounds. This team tries to stack as many Calm Minds as possible, and then just steamroll through your opponent's team. He's not without fault, though. He's very susceptible to wide guard, since Terrapagos usually doesn't have that many other moves, except for, like, Earth Power, Button Spec sets. That's not really as much as a problem. Also, Terrapagos requires a lot of brain power. Matchups such as Zamazenta are really tough, while it gets demolished by Body Press and Wide Guard. So you have to work an uphill battle against it. And when you're fighting Urshifu, you have to do, like, a slightly less tall uphill mountain. It's tall. It takes a lot of patience and skill to set up Calm Minds perfectly and keeping your shell healthy. Just a little hard to use, but when you use it correctly, it is so powerful. Zamazenta is our fourth strongest restricted. Zam gets a defense boost when it first switches in, which is good for bulk and damage. The reason is Body Press, which uses the defense stat of the Pokemon to deal damage. The defense stat is 140, not counting the boost. So you can just invest EVs into its defense, which allows for a lot of damage. And the defense EVs count for bulk and damage at the same time, which is 2-in-1, which is really good. This single move allows for Zam to be amazing. It also gets some other neat moves like Iron Defense for bulk and Wide Guard for blocking the Omnipresent Spread moves in this metagame. It does not really have that much to... It's not really have to worry too much about the ghosts who are immune to it because it also gets Heavy Slam. And its partner Chien-Pao also destroys ghost types. These two have a weird interaction, by the way. Chien-Pao lowers all the Pokemon on the field's defense stat, but this is applied after Body Press damage, so still keeps its OG power while the opponents do less damage. And their type combos sync brilliantly together. Zam is just a flat-out powerful restricted who has great partners and is good at using Terra, such as Terra, Dragon, and Grass, while not feeling like a Terra Sync. Just a pretty balanced and good restricted. These next three legendaries are so good and busted that my pick for all three of them was really close, and I had to think a little bit about it. So if you place one fire that's higher, that's pretty understandable. But the rest, all the final three are really close. Just keep that in mind for this ranking. Our number 3 is Kelly Shadow. Kelly Shadow has some of the most offensive stats in the game, with it having 165 in special attack and 150 in speed. There's no brakes on this guy. These stats don't need an explanation on why they're OP. Like its ability that boosts its special attack when it gets a KO. Combined with its move that hits both Pokemon for 120 base power, it can just snowball through teams. If you don't have Wide Guard, it can be so hard to stop this guy from destroying your team. Wide Guard is a huge weakness against him, but you can do Psychic moves to get around this, or do Fairy moves such as Draining Kiss or Terra Fairy. It can use Calm Mind to boost its special attack and become more bulky, and have to Intimidate support, so it can actually be kinda hard to KO. Thus being able to get multiple special attack boosts up, and then just blow through teams. Some strengths are that it has many different items and sets it can hold. Like, no joke, this guy can hold more than, like, half the current viable items. Its versatility is endless, but its class candy stats are a double-edged sword, with it being O-code by so many moves, and its type is bad defensively. But it is faster than every other restricted. That's why I have it in third. I'm guessing a lot of you guys thought this guy would be number 1, but Miraidon is our number 2, and Miraidon is very strong. Like, this guy's offensive tools are absolutely stupid. It has 135 special attack, sets up electric terrain, gets a boost because of that electric terrain, and then goes funky. These multipliers make Miraidon do the single most damage out of any of the restricteds. This guy's electric moves are crazy, with 91 base power volt switches and 130 power electro drift, without any drawbacks for both of those moves, and electro drift gets a 1.3 times boost upon the already 2 times boost if it's super effective. Cool. Pokemon enables so much strong Paradox Pokemon too, like Iron Hands. This dude also won Worlds and can OHKO almost every Pokemon in the game with its electric, dragon, and fairy moves. All the moves on this guy are crazy. Even Dazzling Gleam, which isn't stab but provides spread. This Terra also boosts spread. Also boosts the spread Dazzling Gleam while being defensive because it's immune to Dragon with that Terra type. This single moveset is unstoppable, but it's kind of the only one, which is a pretty big negative. Winning Worlds is also a huge achievement. The team that won is so good at allowing Miraidon to exceed its pressure. And this team is one of the strongest team comps since Chalk. So yeah, it is very strong and it feels so busted. Even hard counters like Cali Ice can be stopped with can even be stopped with its raw damage or his super amazing friends. So second place seems fair. Cali Ice is pretty cool. Cali Ice deals damage and does not die. Cali Ice is slow, but in Trick Room, very, very fast. Cali Ice, once in Trick Room, is so unstoppable. It can just spam Glacial Lances and get its attack boosts up. With Helping Hands and its attack stacks, heck, it doesn't even need Trick Room. The team at its latest regional, latest partners could go fast, but it allowed for some tonal whip fast, so while you're expecting them to go fast or slow, they can just switch it up. You can just adjust to the tailwind with some moderate speed investment. It's so bulky, it can function in and out in Trick Room. That's the reason why, and that's also the reason why it's works so good in Trick Room, because it's so bulky. It's also so slow, so in Trick Room, it's very, very fast. Also, it's so bulky, it's kind of easy to get Trick Room up. You can just hit it, either like a super effective move and probably won't die because you're not investing that much into speed, and it's already so bulky, so you're putting points in defense, and then it just won't die. And then just destroy your team. And if you can do meaningful damage, you can just Terra. Also, like, Follow Me support into Trick Room is, like, so unstoppable. It just gets a Trick Room up, so a lot of teams just, like, are forced to run, like, a slower Pokemon, so Cali Ice just doesn't destroy them. Overall, its stats, offensive type, friends, and its ability make it the best restricted and current legendary. So, let me know what you think about the list. And remember to, don't knock down trees. See ya.